start removing the barriers that we have put, that have defined us in the past, and now hinder us from being the giant that we should be.
It's super sad. I mean, if you want to do business in Africa, business is not done in a vacuum. You cannot trade within a vacuum. It's people who trade. So movement of people is what we call trading.
You need each other, and you need to support each other. And as I always state, you are not competitors. And I think the big mistake we have made is by making each other competitors. We are not competing. We have yet to satisfy our respective markets.
Welcome back to True Mamre. I hope you're all well by the grace of God. To my returning subscribers, thank you very much. And my new subscribers, you are very welcome. This is True Mamre. This is True Life Story. So I'm going to react on Dameya's interview with our ex-president. Since I watched that video, there's things that is going on in my mind in circle, and I thought I need to react on, after everything that the ex-president talked about, agriculture and the rest, for what I have taken is the immigration issue that he mentioned that Wodimaya should have reported the immigration officers. I was shaking my head, and up today I'm shaking my head. Who is Wodimaya or me or any other person is going to report the immigration officers to? I don't know. I would love to know, and I would love if anyone can in the comment section tell me, because I personally, I would love to know. I have been to Togo recently. I have been going to Togo since I was in middle school. I used to go with my mom. And after middle school, I used to go when I was in secondary school. I used to go there, buy it and sell it. And that's how I've been sponsoring myself through our secondary school. So I know how it is. But then we used to study ECOWAS. So we know what ECOWAS was, and we know that it exists, but it wasn't working. But then a few years ago, we got ECOWAS passport. I got mine just last year. Yes, still, we cannot travel with our ECOWAS passport. I saw a video last year about ECOWAS money that I don't know where it is or it exists. What is going on in Africa? I think Africa, we are our own worst enemy. It's like we don't want the continent to progress in any other way. And we keep blaming it on them. Those people, we keep blaming it on them. The president mentioned something like, at his time, he proposed that we should open the borders, and some countries refused. Who are those countries? He didn't mention. Why would they refuse? Do they give them more money than opening the borders to our brothers and sisters? When you look at me, will you say I'm a Ghanaian, Nigerian, Ivorian? We are the same people. Africans, we are the same. Whether we like it or not, opening our borders will help us. Right now food is expensive everywhere in the world. Can you imagine if we are trading among ourselves? We have the land, we can produce anything we want. Some people do not like it that way. But if we want ECOWAS to work, first thing, to my opinion, is to open the borders, free movement, free trade, just like European Union is. See us, we left the European Union. In UK, how we are suffering. Sometimes, like last week, for example, You go to the supermarket and there's no veg. Common tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, you won't get. You'll get a thin one from Italy, not from UK. If we are still in European Union, that will never happen. Cucumber, people were screaming they can't get cucumber in their salad. What is wrong with we African people that we have to be our worst enemy? What's wrong with us that we don't love ourselves, that we can open the borders, have a free trade, so we can all enjoy each other as one nation? So he said that they should report, and I was thinking, who am I going to report it to? Since I was passing through the bush in September. Thank you. Yeah. Ashigame. True mommy in Togo. Yeah, that's what I said. I'm honored to be. Yeah. Oh my God. We are in Togo life. I went through the bush to Togo and back because I couldn't go through the main border, Afrao border. We did a video at Aneho. We could have gone to Benin, even if it is an hour, but we can't go. But we are in Africa, and we are screaming if these people do not allow us to go to their country. Yesterday, in the news, another boat has collapsed. 40 people has died. At that hour, I'm sure it's more than that now. If they have to count, if I have to check the news today, majority, 80% will be Africans. Ghana, Nigeria, and the rest that are trying to come to Europe. We are screaming, they are not allowing us. They are not making things feasible. What about us, we Africans, that we hate ourselves that much that we can't even allow ourselves? Let me tell you a story. As I always do, I traveled to Ghana with my best friend, who is a Nigerian. I called the embassy here. I asked them, I said, I'm going to Ghana with my friend. She has ECOWAS passport. Is that okay? Or do we need visa? They said it's fine. We can go. I said, okay. Coming back, she's coming with her English passport, British passport. Is that okay as well? They said, yes, it's okay. She has no problem. So far as she has ECOWAS passport to enter, there's no problem. We went for 10 days or so. Coming back, the first security check was fine. Second one, immigration said, well, where is your visa? And we said, well, she has ECOWAS passport. She's free to come here. You people allow her in. Now she's going out with a British passport. They said, no way. Since she has come with her Nigeria ECOWAS passport, she cannot go out with British passport. She has to either go to Nigeria and travel from there. I said, what about me? I have a definite card. I have my British passport and Ghana passport. My card with my Ghana passport, I went through it, but it will expire that time in 2 years' time. What about me? If I come to Ghana with my Ghana passport and I'm going back to Britain, am I supposed to take a visa? They said yes. I said, why? Because we are allowed dual citizen. We can use our Ghana passport. We can use our British passport. They said yes, but no, because I choose to become a British. I called the embassy. They said, no, you can go. But then when you get to the airport, is different story altogether. So I'm asking us, Mr. President and our president, what should we do now?
Oh, you remember in Shenyang?
Apparently they want to arrest him for helping me. Bro, that was crazy, man.
Yeah. I almost got arrested because I was just trying to help you. Yeah. They say I'm interfering, and they wanted to arrest me. They say they are very powerful people, and they can deal with me. Imagine, it's my first time coming back home after 3 years, and I met you guys, and I know you guys are here for the good cause. So I wanted to help you guys, and yeah, I almost got arrested.
This is really,
just because they have power, and they can do it, so they wanted to arrest me. The crime is just trying to help you guys, since you've traveled and you've arrived in my motherland.
Man, I'm so sorry, man, for making you go through all of that.
And I don't know like what people have to do with the West Africans, because Job was the one who got there first, and he's a Kenyan, but they put his passport aside and they were interrogating me. They told him to go out, and they put his passport down, and now the questions were all direct to me. So I don't know what they have to do with West Africa.
They were ahead of me, so I got in there as soon as he saw me. He said, "Where are you from?" I said, "I'm from Ghana." He took my passport. He took my passport and said, "Join them." Man, this is ridiculous, man. I used to talk about this over and over again, like, why do Africans treat their own this way? I mean, are you guys encouraging traveling in Africa? Our border post. I'm not here to make any country look bad, but I believe that the president of Togo and the president of ECOWAS, I mean the chairperson of ECOWAS, who happens to be my president, Your Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa, I think something must be done at this Aflao border, because to so many people, they are scared of using that border. And from Ghana will just pack his bag and say that I'm going to Togo without being exploited. When at all, as a young African, can sit in a train from Ghana and say that I'm going to Benin to explore another African country. Sometimes I wonder if the AU still exists. I wonder if the ECOWAS even functions. I wonder if the SADC region listens to the youth of Africa. I sometimes don't get it. Most of the time, if I come in here to advocate for borderless Africa, it's not because I'm going mad. It's not because I'm doing this for personal gains. As an African traveling in Africa to promote Africa to the world, certain things are obstacles, and I wish to see more Africans exploring their own African country without all these restrictions. I'm speaking straight from the heart, because we've had enough. Enough is enough. I don't know if African leaders watch my video, but do me a favor. If you're watching this video, I want you to like this video, share this video, tag any African leader, because enough is enough. What happened to the African passport? What happens to an African getting visa on arrival as soon as he enters into another African country? Africa belongs to Africans and no one else. Can you believe that someone from Northern America can come to Africa without a visa, yet an African from Africa cannot even be done in a vacuum? You cannot trade within a vacuum. It's people who trade. So movement of people is what we call trading.
You need each other, and you need to support each other. And as I always state, you are not competitors. And I think the big mistake we have made is by making each other competitors. We are not competing. We have yet to satisfy our respective markets. Our problem is that we are not working closer together to meet the demands that our people have.
Final message to everyone watching this video.
Yes.
I know.
Tell them something.
We should be able to pass through Africa freely as black people, period. We don't have to stop at borders. We came all the way across the water to get here.
My friend goes to Nigeria with Nigeria passport, come out with British passport all the time, no visa. Why are we different? Why is Ghana different? Please, somebody, just tell me what you do, so we can all learn from each other. Thank you very much for listening. As always, God bless you.